To live a lifestyle like this is to live separate. To have a looser grasp on society as it also has on you. For some, this life is chosen, others forced, and many, like me, the reasoning is in pursuit of adventure. This week gave me a considerable grasp of how when you let loose your reins on society, there's a reasonable amount of vulnerability that comes with that. Your van becomes your home, your place in the world, your lifeline. And if something was to happen to that, well.
Now this, my friend, is the driest that it's been in a week. It has been so wet. It's actually been the wettest week of the year. Scotland, it's been absolutely peeing down. England, it's been absolutely peeing down. Wales, it's been absolutely peeing down. There's been floods, there's been power outs, there's been flipping gale force winds, messing everything up for everybody across the UK. And I feel like I've been stranded in the van for what feels like a lifetime. I've managed to get out, do the odd bit. I've been junking, wild swims in daily, which has been nice because it don't matter whether you're wet or not, does it? But what I am in need of now, mate, is getting my washing sorted, getting a proper shower for the first time in over a couple of weeks. I've had one shower in the last month, probably about 10 days. It's been about 10 days since I've had a proper shower, so yeah, boy, I'm a humming. Now I'm good, man, out swimming, man, so I'm not smelling too bad, although the swim I've just done was in salt water, so now I'm a little sticky. I'm very excited though, because like I mentioned when I came up here, I want to get some decent mountains back. Because the weather's picking up, it's looking a little bit more accessible. The clouds are finally lifted. There's a few ridges, a few scrambles, a few Munros that I want to bag and get ticked off. I'm going to head over to Fort William for the next couple of days, take a couple of nights at a campsite to get resorted, reassessed, re-squared, and then we're into the mountains. Into the mountains.
With us parked up on the campsite, the chores began.
Is all the washing done? Yes. Is the bed about to be made? Is it a little bit nippy? Yeah, it is actually. I'm gonna put the diesel heater on. What, mate? 15th September, and the diesel heater's already been on pretty much every night for the last like week. Because honestly, it's rain, it's been cold, it's been damp, it's been a bit crazy, to be honest. So it's nice actually just to feel a bit of warmth in the bones. Green sheets or white sheets. I think white sheets. It's been dark and dingy recently, so let's do white sheets. Oh, is this fully dry? Because cotton takes the mick, man. Oh, and by the way, to anyone that watched a few weeks ago, the new mattress is doing wonders, and my back, touch wood, is feeling pretty good for it. Pretty happy, dude. There is some serious acrobatics to making this bed sheet fit. That's the diesel heater kicking in. Don't know if you can hear it. But that is the sound of luxury and home sense on the road. Do I sound like the Bob Ross of van life bed making? On the road. My white sheet. You can get those brush strokes. You're gonna stretch them out to the corners. Bob Ross. Oh, fresh flipping sheets. That is life. Right. Oh yeah, and by the way, that is the rain again. Listen. That is a cosy, comfy, fresh made bed that has not been changed in anywhere near as regular changes as it should have had, if that makes any sense whatsoever.
We spent the rest of the evening repairing Bex's phone screen, unfortunately to no end. Followed by coffee the next morning, and then it was time to hit the road, to scratch that itch, the whole reason we were here, to climb mountains. We found the most stunning park up for a few days. Although everything then kind of ground to a halt. That is leak. I noticed a plume of steam coming from under the engine bay as I was driving. It was time to check it out and inspect the situation that we had on our hands. I will be straight with you. Up here in the north, in Scotland, the temperature has started to drop. I think that's why, over the last week, maybe two, I've started to notice there's been that steam coming from the front end. When the engine's getting hot, it's sort of fluctuating up from beneath the bonnet. And it is the same place and spot that I noticed it last winter. And I threw a rad weld at it. And if you don't know what a rad weld is, it's basically, you wait till your engine's hot, chuck this sort of liquid in you can get from most sort of petrol garages and stuff, to be fair. Usually it'll nip it, cure it, and basically it sets like a glue on the inside of your coolant system. And when you leave the vehicle stood overnight, 24 hours or whatever it is, creates a glue and fixes any seals in the radiator, coolant hoses, anything like that. And it squared it. But now the cold weather's back, I don't know whether it's a little bit of expansion that's gone on that's caused a re-crack in that radiator, but the front right segment has started smoking again, well, steaming. It's not really ideal because she is eating a little bit more coolant than I'd like, because we have got a few major drives coming up. So I think basically it's messed up our plans a little bit. We wanted to head north tomorrow, and that was the plan, to head north into sort of Torridon area. Sorry, the midges have made a comeback. It's warmed up a little bit today. So because we want to head north, I don't feel comfortable being in the absolute boonies. I'm going to square it away here. So we need to come up with a little bit of a plan, I think, with a beer.
It's looking good. It's
Looking
amazing, actually.
Groovy. Yeah, and how's the Guinness going now?
Yeah, it's making it seem a bit easier.
Yeah, these map lines seem to all be swaying into one. You disappeared in Scotland realms, never to be seen again.
Lost in the Highlands. This is a lie.
That, mate, to sitting in Scotland drinking Irish bitter.
Cheers.
Or stout, should I say. This is a life, innit?
Mm-hmm.
That's a winter sun nowadays, isn't it?
Yeah. It is chilly, isn't it?
It's kind of lost its warmth a little bit.
The midgies are back out.
Yeah, they are. I say it's lost its warmth, but they've just come back out.
I know, it's weird. I thought that was the end of them.
While you're planning that, I'm going to have a look and see what the sketch is with... I'm getting strangled by my jacket. I'm going to have a look and see what the sketch is with this store, because there's like an auto spares store in Fort Bill just down the road. I'm getting midged out, man. And if I can try and get hold of some sort of Forte... like seal, I don't know what it's called, I can't remember what it's called, should patch it for now, and then whether I can either weld it or get a new radiator when we head down south, that would be ideal. Yeah,
Did you show close-ups of it bubbling?
I did. Yeah. It wasn't doing it as much as when we first got out there and arrived, because it was a bit warmer, and it had cooled down a little bit by then. But yeah, it was still bubbling, still steaming.
It was pretty wild.
Still steaming like me after half a pint of Guinness with no dinner yet.
Hint, hint.
Hint, hint, let's get the dinner on. Yeah, put your maps down, let's slip in. It's your turn. Jakey, all they're going to do is think that I don't cook, because all you do is cook in your videos. I'm like, yeah, because I'm not going to film you cooking in my videos.
I get a night off a week, don't
Yeah.
I?
And you're going to get fajitas, curry, nachos, or whatevs, burgers.
Yeah.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Yeah, so I was just telling them that the plan tomorrow is to go to Torridon, but obvs, we're going to have to put that slightly postponed now.
Yeah. What is the
Sort
plan
this
now?
out. I think that's the plan. I think head to this auto repairs place, sort that out. I think you've then got to leave the vehicle overnight though for it to seal and set.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Monday tomorrow, leave Tuesday.
Yeah.
You can go on the trail, and then I can disperse from there. I'll check the time. Yeah, getting midged. I'll check the timings for that auto repairs store, and then drink some more of this beer. Have a look at that sunset.
Did
It'll
you
do
tell
lovely.
everyone our plans? Well, not our plans, but what we did yesterday.
Probably mentioned it in voiceover, but what we did yesterday was climbed. I don't know what the first summit was called. It weren't little though, was it? It was
It was still 1,000
Munro.
metres, yeah.
It was a proper Munro. It basically took us up the backside of Ben Nevis, bagged a Munro, headed across some mental ridge, and then we ascended on Ben Nevis,
Yeah.
which, as beautiful as it was up there, was quickly cut in half with our enthusiasm but like there was like 50 million civvies up there, and it was absolutely nuts. So I vowed on that day, i.e. yesterday, to never go up a national peak again
Weekend.
on a
The
Saturday.
Skyline race was on, wasn't it?
And the Skyline race was on. So we had flipping fell runners running at us the entire time, and it was peeing down with like 40-mile-an-hour winds on this ridge. I didn't film out. I couldn't get my camera out because it had been drenched and just gone man down. We were just there huddled in our jackets, weren't we? We couldn't take our waterproof jackets off to put more layers on because we'd have froze to death.
Yeah.
And
then
got
waiting-
drenched.
And waiting for trail runners to come through, like trying to hide behind
Yeah.
the rock so you could squeeze. They could squeeze past you.
We were getting murked, weren't we?
And then the snow came.
It was hell out there, man. Just surviving. Yeah, it was nuts. But we made it, and then we got onto the whatever track it is up Ben Nevis.
Like the mule track.
The mule track. There's so many midgies.
Oh,
It was a
it's
beauty.
relaxing, isn't it?
It is. You've had too much Guinness, haven't you?
Yeah,
You're
I think
gone beyond the ice. The reality of van life isn't always sunshine and pixie dust, as I well found out this week. It's also not a mirage of Instagram-style reels of sunsets and sunrises. This one was one of a kind, and we appreciated it. Being UK residents, we're no stranger to rain, but the last few weeks had been wet. When you get evenings like this, you really take notice of it.
Go. Don't do that. Oh yeah, breathing in, breathing out.
You still going on that Guinness?
Oh yeah.
Actually, so am I. Fine linens, finger left. After an evening that went the way most of them go, it was a new day. You get a real sense of appreciation in park-ups like this. That morning coffee hits different when you're parked in the middle of nowhere. You're home in a beautiful woodland like this one. There's something about it. I don't know. It just brings me an overwhelming feeling of joy. I headed off to get the Radweld, and I came up with a decision that I'd only use it as a cure if the leak was to worsen. I'd wait the few weeks until I returned south to fit a new radiator, but it now meant that I'd got the catalyst, the ingredient, to extend our trip further north